It's just you and me now, kiddo. Hello, Dr. Ray Douglas speaking. How may I help you? Bye. That was Jim. He said that Liz is the source of all this telekinetic activity. She's pinned Reed against the wall of his office and is propelling objects around as a kind of guard outside the room. He also added that I would hot-tail it up there right away, which means going all the way back to where we originally set out from, which is an irony in itself. You stay here.
But Rick!
No buts. You're a good temp. You've got a lot of clerical work ahead of you. Don't blow it all by getting yourself killed.
år gammel. Finnerne har jo en... Lille minitunnel. Og ser også ud til at være...
I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. I just want to tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Ah, cool. It worked. Well, my name's Mike and I've just hijacked the internet. Yeah, just go along with it. It'll be quicker that way. You may be wondering what's going on. Well, this is my brand new geeky geek show, GEEKisH. It's, you know, it's not going to be as cool as, say, a cat video, but there may be a cat video within my video. So, yeah, it's like Inception, but with cats. So it's cooler. Anyway, enough of me talking, let's get on with it. This is GEEKisH. Alright, hello, I am your host, Michael Matthews, and this is GEEKisH. On the show tonight, our very special guest is Damien Jackson, sitting next to me right now. Let's find out what kind of geek Damien is in this week's GEEKisH Survey. Alright, question 1. Star Wars or Star Trek?
Definitely Star Wars.
Definitely Star Wars?
Definitely Star Wars.
Alright, write that down. Star Wars. Question 2. Favorite Doctor?
Favorite Doctor? Oh, hard. Matt Smith.
Matt Smith's your favorite Doctor?
Matt Smith.
Over Tennant?
Over Tennant. They're kind of tied. I like Matt Smith and David Tennant equally. There's reasons why I was more entitled to Matt Smith, as the viewers will find out a bit later. But
yeah. Okay.
Matt Smith.
Matt Smith. Final question and third question is Marvel or DC?
I'd have to go Marvel.
Marvel?
Marvel.
Any reason?
Grew up with Marvel.
Yeah. They do have a lot of cooler characters.
Plus I am nicknamed after one of Marvel's characters.
Yeah.
So
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler.
But
they never do him justice in the movies.
DC do have Batman and Green Arrow.
Yeah, that's true.
Alright. Adding up your score. You scored a 82.4.
.4?
Yeah.
Where's this .6 gone?
Huh?
What's the .4 for? Where'd the .6 go?
Don't worry about it, it's just a score. Alright, that's this week's GEEKisH Survey. Let's head straight into this week's news. Fast and Furious 7 resumes filming in April. Because obviously after Paul Walker's tragic death,
They couldn't film with him, so
they had to completely stop filming
that's
because
changed a lot of stuff.
they had to rewrite the script. In other news, the Lego Movie 2 now confirmed for 2017.
Do you know Warner Brothers, because Lego Movie did so well, they are making a live-action Minecraft movie.
Are they?
Yes, they are.
Are you looking forward to that, or
I hate Minecraft so much.
is everyone going to have blockheads?
What's this is? It's live actions, but it's about a pixelated game world, so I don't know how you're going to pull that off at all.
I've seen it when we go to Supernova and stuff. You see people walking around with
Minecraft heads and stuff.
yeah, Minecraft heads. I want to
Thing
see
is,
that.
too,
I want the movie just to be
Lego's
like
popular. Minecraft
Supernova.
is not as popular as Lego. Just because Lego did well doesn't mean Minecraft is.
Minecraft's pretty popular with kids.
Kids, yeah.
That's this week's news. So let's have a quick break, and after this break, we'll be back with more GEEKisH.
Woo, GEEKisH!
When you get hold of the Nintendo Entertainment System. When you master Rob the video robot and meet the challenge of Gyromite. When you shoot the light-sensing zapper. When you play the system with the most arcade hits, you're playing with power. The Nintendo Entertainment System. Now you're playing with power.
Welcome back. Hello. You still here?
Yes, I am still here.
Cool. That's good, because it would have been awkward if it came back from the ad and then you were
Thank
just
God.
missing. It would be like, what happened?
Be great way to start a new show.
I know, right? Alright, let's get into Wibbly Wobbly Timey Wimey.
Wibbly Timey Wimey.
People assume that time is a strict progression of cause to effect, but actually, from a non-linear, non-subjective viewpoint, it's more like a big ball of wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff.
Which is, it's
Doctor Who.
this week's Doctor Who news. That's what I thought I'd call it.
Wibbly Wobbly Timey
Timey
Wimey.
Wimey. Yeah, because I thought it's funny. It's
Like-
better than just calling it Doctor Who news.
Yeah.
And it's an in-joke for Doctor Who fans. We'll get it straight away. But if you're not a Doctor Who fan, then what the hell are you doing?
I don't
Watch
know.
Doctor Who, because it's awesome. Alright, so for the first time in Australia, the Hub Productions was bringing us a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see the 11th Doctor and his favourite companions, which is the two
Amy and
Ponds,
Rory.
Amy and Rory. Now, that was meant to be on March the 1st, but unfortunately the event was cancelled a few days before the date due to a personal emergency. Which is really,
Disappointing.
really disappointing because we were both going, and I was like pretty keen,
Yeah, I was like
super
oh
keen.
my god, that's happening.
Yeah, it kind of sucked.
Huge letdown.
Matt has provided us with the following statement at this time. He says, "I'm deeply saddened to have to advise that I will not be able to come to Australia for the Hub Productions Universe event, although I wish it were otherwise due to a personal family emergency. It's not possible for me to leave England at this time. I truly regret the situation and the disappointment it may be causing, but I'm hoping to be able to reschedule as soon as possible for the future. I look forward to see you all then." So, hopefully,
If he comes back.
it comes back.
Problem with that is if Amy and Rory can come back at the same time.
Yeah, that's it. So, but if they do come back out, keep watching because
Yes,
you'll hear it here
You'll hear
first. Maybe not first.
Not first, but you'll hear it here.
Hear it here last. We'll announce it.
Those few people that watch will hear it here.
Alright, Alright, so let's get into our next little segment.
Next segment.
It's called Trailer Talk. And what this is, let's all watch a trailer together and then we're going to talk about it afterwards.
Yeah, let's go watch it.
Trailer Talk.
Yeah.
Drop it now.
Yeah, hey, cool, man. No problem. No problem at all.
Who are you?
Star-Lord.
Who?
Well, Star-Lord, man. Legendary outlaw. Forget it.
We arrested these 5 on Xandar. Check out the rap sheets. Drax, aka the Destroyer. Since his wife and family were killed, he's been on a rampage across the galaxy in his search for vengeance. Gamora, soldier, assassin, wanted on over a dozen counts of murder. Rocket, wanted on over 50 charges of vehicular theft and escape from lockup.
What the hell?
Groot has been traveling recently as Rocket's personal houseplant / muscle. Peter Jason Quill. He's also known as Star-Lord.
Who calls him that?
Himself, mostly. He's wanted largely on charges of minor assault, public intoxication, and fraud.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked. Hey. That's mine. You son of a... Hey! Take those headphones off right now!
They call themselves the Guardians of the Galaxy.
What a bunch of a-holes.
Hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. I'm hooked on a feeling.
That was Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wait.
And that trailer just dropped a couple weeks ago. And it's had a lot of positive reviews, yeah. What do you think from this first sort of look at this movie?
If the movie is anything close to the trailer, then it's going to be amazing. I mean, that trailer was amazing.
Yeah, I don't think you can flaw this trailer because it's awesome from start to finish.
And it's all the minor characters from Marvel Universe that people don't often hear about or see because they're not important enough.
What they've done, right, because they know that this franchise is lesser known than a lot of the others. So what they've done, they've introduced all the characters in the trailer, but in a clever way where it's not just like, hey, this is what's his name and this is who.
Yeah.
You get a lot from that trailer of what the character's going to be
It's
like.
a good intro to what the movie's about.
Yeah, and like Star-Lord is like, you can already tell like he thinks a lot of himself.
He's
and
got an ego.
Everyone's like,
He's got
who are you?
a massive ego.
So these characters look really cool. Got Rocket, the raccoon.
The raccoon.
Who doesn't like to be called a raccoon? Because technically he's not.
So
He's
what
he's from a different separate planet.
Okay.
He just looks like
a raccoon.
raccoons.
So he's not actually an earthling at all.
No. So he gets angry if you call him that, apparently.
Well, I got a feeling someone's gonna call him raccoon in the movie.
Yeah.
It always happens.
And Brute. He's the big tree-looking guy. He
Oh
looks
yeah,
pretty awesome.
the house plant.
I feel they've said that this movie is a standalone sort of movie.
Like a one-off.
So, as in, like, it's not going to really connect too much with the other Marvel Studio movies, like how they all like
interrelate. Yeah.
Interrelate. But I think you're going to find that when you watch this, I think there is going to be something that sort of leads up to the Avengers 2. It's like there's going to be some connection there. I think it's smart of them to actually still do a connection with the others. Yep. So we'll have more on probably Guardians of the Galaxy in the future. and we'll find out when it's actually coming out.
Yes.
So let's have another break, and we'll be back right after this.
우리 집이 순식간에 푸른 초원으로 어른 들판을 달리는 듯 신나게 재미있게 즐겁게 무동력 승마운동 기구 자가 승마운동 기구 에이스 파워
통순아 맘마 먹자 배꼽을 누르면 방귀가 뿡뿡뿡뿡 부러워 통순이 방귀대장 맘마 먹고 콩콩 응가해요 물 내려야지 콩순이 응가대장 콩순이 방귀대장 응가대장.
Welcome back to GEEKisH, and now it's time for Death Watch. So Death Watch is basically we look at someone in the entertainment industry that has passed away or left us. Now the person we're looking at today actually died a few weeks ago, but I want to mention their body of work because I grew up on a lot of these movies.
It's a cult classic.
Yeah.
It is.
How do you even know what I'm talking about yet?
Because I've known who's died recently.
Okay. So
so far it's only been one great actor.
You're talking about Harold Ramis?
Yes.
Yes, well, good. We're on the same page then. Yes, Harold Ramis died on the 24th of February at the age of 69.
Thank God rest his soul.
He's probably best known as Egon from the Ghostbuster movies.
Yes. Don't cross the streams!
Yeah, so he's great in those movies. The first one especially alone is like such a great movie from start to finish. But he was involved in like so many other movies. I'll just name a few of them. He wrote Animal House, Meatballs, Caddyshack, Stripes.
Caddyshack.
He was on SCTV and SCTV Network, which we don't know too much about. Like I'm sure you don't know anything about it, but I think it's sort of a Canadian sort of Saturday Night Live sort of show, skit comedy show. He wrote and starred in Ghostbusters 1 and 2. He also wrote Rover Dangerfield. If you know what that is, then you are awesome. He wrote Groundhog Day, Analyze This and Analyze That.
Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good movie.
It's a great movie, Groundhog Day. He also wrote Bedazzled, and you'll know this movie, Year One.
Year One.
Jack Black.
And the wheel with Sarah. Yeah. I know that movie.
He directed Caddyshack.
That was an awesome movie.
Directed National Lampoon's Vacation. Terrific movie. Directed Groundhog Day, Analyze This, Analyze That, Bedazzled, and 1 Year. He also was a very funny actor. So go check out some of the things he's in. Besides Ghostbusters, he's also in Stripes, he's in Airheads, As Good As It Gets, Orange County, Knocked Up. Let's look at a quick clip from, I think Ghostbusters probably his best known movie.
Yeah.
Do, re,
Egon!
Egon, this reminded me of the time you tried to drill a hole through your head. Remember that?
That would have worked if you hadn't stopped me.
Bet those science chicks really dig that large cranium of yours, huh?
I think they're more interested in my epididymis.
You know, it's just occurred to me we really haven't had a completely successful test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I.
Ray has gone bye-bye, Egon. What have you got left?
Sorry, Beckman. I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Let's see what happens when we take away the puppy.
Spengler, I'm with Beckman. You got slimed.
That's great, Ray. Save some for me. The door swings both ways. We could reverse the particle flow through the gate.
How?
We'll cross the streams.
Excuse me, Egon. You said crossing the streams was bad.
There's definitely a very slim chance we'll survive.
that was Harold Ramis, and You Will Be Missed. Great body of work, great classics, a lot of classics there.
Love.
And
it would change movies forever.
yeah. So speaking of some of Ghostbusters, let's look at Ghostbusters 3 because this has been talked about for many years now, and they finally. So the problem was that Bill Murray didn't want to do it, so they sort of were like, "What are we gonna do?"
Bill Murray, it's not the same with that.
Yeah, it's not the same without Bill Murray, but then they're like, "Okay, we'll do it anyway." But now that Harold Ramis is gone as well, it's like, is there any point?
No, it's only 2 people.
Apparently, it's still happening.
Still.
The script's been rewritten. And
the only way I could see it working is if they were to bring in a new generation of ghost hunters.
That's what they're doing. So that's still not going to be any good.
Yeah, because everyone knows the originals.
Okay, that was that segment. Let's go on to the next segment. It's called The Graveyard.
I see Casper.
What?
Do we get to see Casper?
No.
No? Damn it. Ghostbusters.
Do you want to see Casper?
I was making a reference to Ghostbusters.
Oh, well, you could have said Slimer, because that would have been a reference.
Yeah, but I don't want to
Casper is a reference to a completely different ghost.
It's a ghost, though.
So you want to make a reference to Ghostbusters, but not a direct reference that people are going to understand.
There's a joke behind that.
Personal joke?
Yes.
Between you and no one else?
No, there's a joke as in the latest movie. It's going to be so shit, they probably won't even use the original ghosts. I'll bring in like Casper and crap, because they can, because it's popular. Because everyone loves Casper.
It would be Ghostbusters versus Casper.
Yeah.
Like when they bring like Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Aliens versus Predator. 2 franchises.
There's always crossovers they do.
So, what the Graveyard is a place where we look at what has been recently cancelled and we say goodbye to. So we'll say goodbye to some of our favourite shows and maybe some of our not so favourite shows. And so speaking of our not so favourite shows, let's start with the Michael J. Fox show. Cancelled after 1 season.
Oh, I remember when we saw that the first time. It was like, it looks pretty good.
Did you watch it?
We watched the trailer for it, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching the trailer.
I wanted to watch it though.
Super keen. I love Michael J. Fox. Everyone loves Michael J. Fox. So what they've done is they've put the most likable guy with the most unlikable cast and sort of merged them together and came up with the Michael J. Fox show.
So that's probably what I found.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Psych will be coming to an end. Its 8th season will be its last. So have you ever watched Psych?
I've never watched it, no. But 8 seasons is good.
8 seasons is pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, that's industry average now for shows.
Yeah.
To go beyond 8 is spectacular.
Yeah, getting a bit greedy if you go beyond 8.
Yeah.
Also, Being Human, the US version, will be ending after its 4th season.
That's also kind of a standard for like UK shows. So for a show based off
a show based on a UK show that's been Americanized usually only lasts 1 season.
Yeah.
Because they're usually absolutely garbage.
And most UK shows for teens and stuff usually run like 4 seasons anyway.
Yeah.
So
I watched the Being Human, the UK version, and it was a really good series. But I've never watched the American version. Because what's the point?
I never watch anything American made off a UK show because they always suck.
They usually do. Except The Office, which I actually enjoyed. So that was this week's Graveyard. Alright, let's look at what's at the movies. Alright, so let's look at some of the movies that will be coming out on the big screen from the 13th of March. Need for Speed. I haven't heard much about this movie. Have you?
No, they haven't really said much.
Yeah.
I like the other ones that had trailers come out and stuff. There's actually been no trailers that I've seen or mention of it really. Like, when you said March 13th, I was like, what?
Yeah, so Need for Speed, it's probably not going to be any good.
I'm wondering if it is or not. I mean, it is basically a complete imitation of Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
So,
if you like Fast and Furious,
if you like
Gone in 60 Seconds, those kind of movies, you may like this movie,
If you
but
like
if
cars.
not, stay very far away from this.
Or if you like cars, because Need for Speed's always going to focus on cars, so there's going to probably be some sexy cars in that movie.
Yeah. So also coming out is The Armstrong Lie, which is a documentary about Lance Armstrong's rise and fall.
Right, that's also
The cyclist, yeah.
That did drugs.
Yep.
And should get a medal
And lied
for being
about
able
it.
I reckon you should get a medal, man. Like,
Who?
he was able to complete a race while on drugs, man. How many people can say they can do that? Most people just
Yeah, but it's
on the couch. Can't
it's
move.
not. No, he's not taking marijuana. He's
he's on the roids.
He's on the
and
performance.
roids and stuff.
Enhancing.
Yeah.
No.
He
Yeah.
cheated. He's a big cheater.
These drugs help. Don't hinder. They help. So that would actually be quite an interesting documentary.
It would be, considering that he was one of the most achieved cyclists to date.
And also coming out is The Monuments Men,
Oh yes.
which this movie stars George Clooney, Matt Damon, John Goodman, Bill Murray, Cat Blanchett. So
big A-list.
great cast. This is my pick of the week. This is like a really interesting movie. It's about Nazis.
Stealing artwork.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, I've seen the
Yeah,
trailers.
so it's
steal
about they
artwork.
want to destroy the artwork, and these guys are sent in.
So it's based on historical
a
moments in
ragtag
the war.
group of A-list actors to save these artworks, save history, basically. That's what the Nazis were trying to.
Yeah, it's part of that period during the Second World War when they were like, we don't like you, we're going to take all your artwork and burn them.
Yeah.
Burn them.
So I don't think you can go wrong with that movie. That would be my pick up this week. All right, so that's basically the end of the show.
GEEKisH for the week.
Did you enjoy GEEKisH?
I did. It was nice being part of the GEEKisH group.
Thanks for coming in. Well, I have been Mike, and remember, it's okay to be a little bit geekish.
And the squirrel came as a gift from the sky. Just before Emmy's owner gave her up, a baby squirrel fell out of the nest and landed in the yard. And not being able to climb a tree and put it back, the lady did the next best thing.
And she put the squirrel in the box with the kittens, and she just immediately accepted it and adopted it, started feeding it, has raised it just like hers.
But if a mama cat adopting a squirrel is amazing, the ability of the baby squirrel to adapt is even more so.
Oh, the squirrel, you can pick it up and pet it. It'll start to purr just like a kitten does.
Piper! Shut it. Here's a true story about a young lad named John. Just a local farm boy, but there was something special about the lad. A glint in his eye, a fire in his belly, a spring in his step. And one day, he went for a walk. Now this walk began when his father died. The year was 1819, and he was just 14 years old. Bereavement counselling. Well, these were the days when young boys were sent into the fields. The mills, the mines, tough times. But young John was smart enough to be lucky. His father's farm, where he was born and raised, was sold, and the proceeds used to open a grocer's. Big responsibility for the wee lad. His own shop in Kilmarnock, with his name on the door, John Walker. Or Johnny, as the world now knows him.
You know, it's just occurred to me we really haven't had a completely successful test of this equipment.
I blame myself.
So do I. Well, no sense worrying about it now.
Why worry? Each of us is wearing an unlicensed nuclear accelerator on his back.
Yep. Let's get ready. Switch me on.